Guys, so for those of you who don't know, we're here with EFC double champ bantamweight flyweight, if I'm not mistaken. Amanda Lino, how are you?
I'm good, thanks to yourself.
All good, thank you. It's so nice to see you again. I believe you, for those who don't know, one of the most toughest athletes in the EFC cage. I don't know when she's going to make a comeback, but right now she's with the Team South Africa on that Africa IMMAF Champs. Amanda, just tell us exactly what is your role with Team South Africa and what has the experience been like so far?
Yeah, it's my first year being a South African coach, so I'm really excited about it. My role is basically just working with the athletes. They obviously have their coaches that they've been working with on a daily basis, but just playing that role as support and running through their game plans that they've been doing. And getting them through this. I know I've obviously had the experience of being an IMMAF. I was in the first year in 2014, so I've got a little bit of experience that I can share with them on tips. At the moment, we've just been doing a little bit of a warm-up, getting their body used to the altitude, getting the blood flow and getting the excitement going. I think with all the traveling, the guys get tired, the momentum kind of dies down, so now it's about picking that momentum up, building that mentality and getting them on the right track for tomorrow. But I'm just here to support them, obviously lend an experienced hand. I've been through it, I know what needs to be done to get there, and then just supporting their roles in terms of what they need to do to get the fights. I'm not here to change their game plans, I'm just here to assist and make sure that they show up on the day and give their best.
And I believe that you left South Africa and you went to go coach in Holland, or I'm not sure, the Netherlands, or I know in Europe somewhere. Just tell us your experience now. You've always been a high-level athlete, elite athlete, and now you being in the coaching side also. What does that mean to you also, just you being able to impart that knowledge onto the up-and-coming guys?
Yeah, I think that experience has kind of changed my game, and I would have loved to have competed after that, but with COVID and that, it kind of hindered like my next step in my career. But it's led me to where I am today. I didn't think would happen so soon, but it's been such a kind of a blessing in disguise. It's been nice to be able to change others' lives and impact them in ways. I had a good role model as a coach. I had Dallas Jacoby and Rodney van der Vlucht, who's still currently over in the Netherlands. So I've just kind of taken things that they've taught me as coaches and things that we've implemented through my career, and I'm trying to give that on to the next generation. So I think, to be honest with you, it's kind of given me a lot more kind of, I don't know, it's been, my achievements have been great, and I appreciate them and I'm grateful for them, but making the changes in other lives and seeing them succeed in their careers has kind of been a little bit more rewarding. So I'm enjoying it for what it is. Doesn't mean I'm not going to compete. I'm obviously an athlete, I want to be competing. Right now I'm just focusing on the role and embracing it for what it is, because it's been an incredible experience, and this is just the start of it at SA's. Netherlands, it was a huge eye-opener. The European scene is massive, especially in kickboxing. I think that changed my striking game incredibly. So when the time does come when I have to get in the cage again, I think it's going to be quite an exciting thing. But right now I'm going to focus on being a coach and giving my best to the athletes that are the next generation of athletes. But you can't call it quits yet. So you can't call me out. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
That's actually the perfect precursor, because I'm going to ask you, are we going to see Amanda Lino back in the cage, whether it's Hex, Octagon, or you do have plans to come back?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I always just want to test myself. As I'm coaching, I'm also learning. And every coach knows when you're teaching others, you kind of you learn a little bit more about movements, and you're constantly learning. You go back to all the movements, and you're like, oh, how can I change this? How can I better it? Because your knowledge is also getting greater. So I think as I start becoming a better coach, I'll become a better athlete myself, and I'll start implementing those things. So yeah, I always want to be testing myself, and it's also nice to show, the guys. They've seen me in the past compete, but I think, when they under your wing and they watch you compete, that's a different game. So it would be nice to compete, but like I say, there's no pressure in that for me now. My focus is purely on my athletes and, athletes from South Africa and making a difference in their life. Because, at the end of the day, it's what, as an athlete, like what I've done in the sport, what am I going to leave behind? And if I can influence anyone and change their lives and create a career for them, that's something that you can't kind of replace with anything else. So for me right now, that's the focus.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, were you based in Ballito before, in Durban? Where exactly was that? Yeah. And where are you now based?
Yeah, I'm back in Ballito. So yeah, COVID I think kind of took everyone by surprise, and it was a bit of a, I was here. I had initially moved to the Netherlands and then came back to see my family for Christmas, and then the second wave hit, and then I know it kind of was like, well, I'm here, I might as well make the best of it. So I've opened up a new gym in Belito, Warriors Gym. So it's under Warriors, but I've obviously competed as Mad Dog MMA and kickboxing. And it kind of, yeah, I think everything that was supposed to happen has happened, and it's been a flippin' awesome journey so far. This year has just been, was a part of the KZN team, now part of the SA team, and it's only the start. There's big things to come this year, I think. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Looking forward to this event. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you.